All right, so let's restart the interview.
Okay.
Now where? Oh yeah. When you founded this in 1998, did you imagine it being anything like it is today?
No, not even close. I couldn't imagine the internet the way it is today. So obviously, ANN and its prominence on the internet would be a stretch. When I started, it was basically just to have a central clearinghouse that wasn't affiliated with anybody, just for to make sure everyone knew what was going on in the world of anime at the time. Because at the time, all we had were the magazines, which were partially owned by the anime companies, and rumor on the internet. We didn't really have Wikipedia or much of anything else. So that was really the niche I was trying to fill originally. And it kind of took off, though I really didn't know what I was doing because I was 18 and completely inexperienced. So Chris is really the guy who took it where it is today.
Looking back on Anime News Network in the past 12 years that it's been on the internet,
Yep.
Are there any struggles that you would say you had to overcome with the site, whether it be like with the website itself or with other website developers?
Well, we're going through one right now, actually. We're in the middle of really, I don't want to say retooling the site, but adding a lot of things and retooling the look of it to, make it look like it's been updated since 2005 or so. None of us are really all that great at design, so we're having to get a lot of outside help. And, sometimes the wires get crossed. Like, we know what we want, but not everyone is on the same page all the time. So this week we rolled out a couple new features, and, we're being very careful. We're rolling out the new features very slowly, and we're listening to a lot of people. But, it's a struggle to get everything just right and still keep everyone happy, especially because we're doing so much these days. There's only so much room on that front page.
In the past, since, let's see, the Anime News Network's won a lot of, or it's won several, let's see, it's won an award from Sci-Fi for Site of the Week. You've had staff members scheduled to be panelists, invited to be panelists, and in February 2008, your website was ranked second place in the list of best anime websites. What's your reaction to some of the big, all the attention that Anime News Network's getting?
Well, by the time I was back at the site, I'm always delighted when that happens, and it always feels great to be recognized for the hard work we all do. At the same time, there's not as much competition as there used to be. The shrinking, just the overall correction of the internet and just the bad economy and the cratering of the anime market, it took out a lot of competitors. So, it's kind of, I guess you'd call that a technical KO, but we didn't really, we're very proud of our work. We don't want to say outright that we're better than any of those other sites, but, I guess those who, stay alive longest win. We're always happy to win awards. We're happy for the recognition. That's the real answer there.
Yeah. And you review old and forgotten manga and anime in your column Buried Treasure that you write.
I used to.
You do? You used to? Oh. What was your favorite part about writing Buried Treasure?
Well, Buried Treasure, I actually started Buried Treasure before I started working for ANN again, and I would just, Zach asked me to write a review of Paprika because there was an advanced New York screening. And I so enjoyed having that back and forth with the fans because I didn't really get that much at Imagination. And I wanted to keep that dialogue going. And I also, one of my passions is the old obscure stuff no one remembers. And it's kind of my life goal to, shine a light on the good old stuff that I've managed to unearth. And that's that's actually what kind of got me into anime in the first place, because no one knew what it was back then. So that was being able to share that great old stuff that no one would have seen otherwise. That was easily the most rewarding part of it.
Now, you mentioned Paprika. What did you think of Paprika?
Oh, I love Paprika. It's a great film. It blew me away at the time, and I still love it, and I think it was one of the first Blu-rays I bought.
Let's see. Anything in the chat? You have a whole bunch of, a lot of the staffers write a bunch of different articles. What do you think of some of the articles on Anime News Network?
Well, honestly, over the years, as the rest of the anime publications have all gone out of business, I think there's one magazine left now. We've managed to get really the cream of the crop as far as anime writers. I mean, who we have now, I mean, I was elated when we got Mike Toole and Jason Thompson and GM Manry, those are just our most recent three new columnists, and all of them are just, luminaries. Mike Toole especially, I've been quietly and not so quietly hoping he would join A&M for the better part of a decade. And Jason Thompson, I never dreamed we'd be able to get. So, those are, I'm really, really proud that we have those guys, and that their columns are some of my favorites. And, of course, I got to plug my own show, Handcast. I enjoyed that quite a bit, and I host that with Zach.
Let's see. Man, I think everybody's busy watching Attack of the Show, because we're not having anybody ask questions. Okay, what would you say is one of your favorite anime of all time?
Oh God, probably the second Patlabor movie. It's just, not only is it intelligent, and not only does it have a lot to say about society and people in general, but it's one of the shows I go to when nothing makes sense. So I have a really kind of a personal connection with it. That and Only Yesterday, the Ghibli movie. That's another one that's really made a huge impression on me over the years, and kind of has become part of me.
Is there any favorite song or anything that you've ever heard in? Yeah, is there any favorite song that you've ever heard on an anime? Well,
there's a few, and the thing about music is that it's really kind of tied into a point in your life, and I've been doing this for 17 years now. So, early songs that really kind of got under my skin and stayed there were like the ending theme to Himagori Orange Road, and a couple of the songs from Video Girl Eye. Lately, I'm really grooving to the end theme of the first end theme of Durara. It just kind of gets into my head and doesn't leave whether I want it to or not.
Yeah, it's pretty catchy.
It's really catchy, and then you see the music video, and the guy's a giant doofus.
Yeah, and they're dancing, and then there's that.
Yeah, and suddenly it's a gangster rap video from 1987.
All they're missing is Will Smith.
It's like, okay, I know you think you're cool. I know you think you're being all America style and everything, but no.
But he's a pop idol. Did you cut out again? Oh my.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm just done with the question.
Oh. What were you saying?
I said I'm still here. I'm just done with the question.
Let's see. And any particular studio that you favor?
Oh, every studio's done something I've liked over the years. Well, not every studio, but most of them. As far as overall animation style and quality and consistency, I'm really digging Bones these days. A lot of the really awesome studios are really having some major financial troubles right now. So I'm kind of not in the mode of picking favorites. I'm in the mode of rooting for all of them to